So basically, that is Kevin Durant versus Michael Porter Jr. That's um, Jamal Murray versus Devin Booker. That's DeAndre Ayton versus the Joker. Now, we got a lot of good matchups, but if we're just going by a team standpoint, the Denver Nuggets is a deeper team because they got a better bench. The Phoenix Suns bench is their Achilles heel. That's their weakness. Okay, they're a team that only could get about 15 on average points from the bench. They do a lot of heavy relying on four guys. Matter of fact, their starting lineup makes up about 100 of the Phoenix Suns points. That's a lot of scoring from just your starting lineup, all right? But if anybody could pull it off and be top heavy with some star power, is none other than the Phoenix Suns. You got legendary Chris Paul, you got all-star Devin Booker, you got superstar Kevin Durant, and you got borderline all-star DeAndre Ayton, who needs to be used correctly right. Because technically in the series, if you're going superstar versus superstar, it's really Kevin Durant versus the Joker. But since they're not going to be guarding each other, they don't play the same positions, they won't even see action against each other. Now, I believe the Joker is going to dominate um, what you call it, DeAndre Ayton. That's just a fact, okay? But I think Phoenix Suns have just enough to close games out and beat this team in six. Now, this is a big testament to the Joker because you are a two-time MVP. Technically, if we want to go by, a respect level or do you earn it, that's a complete different story. I mean, he's a two-time MVP by default, just like he's a top five player by default. Technically, if everybody's fully playing basketball, his true colors show, and he's about a top 15 player in the league. If everybody's fully healthy, he's a top 15. But if everybody's fully healthy, Kevin Durant is a top five player on average from beginning to end when the season starts. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Legacies are on the line. Kevin Durant wants to prove he could win without Steph. He got Steph Curry problems. LeBron James got Steph Curry and Kevin Durant problems. Okay, he's racing for championships. He got to win number five before Steph get it. Okay, because if Steph get it, then Steph is going to be ranked above LeBron through the eyes of a lot of people. He's going to steal that thunder and that generation spot. So KD is farther behind the stick. Okay, he's lacking a little bit in that field to catch those guys. But a third championship without Steph Curry is a good start to creating your own legacy on a team with just one All-Star on it. Now, I know the Phoenix Suns were equipped title contenders and he kind of team hopping. It's not the same thing as Golden State Warriors, but yet it's in the same vein because he went to a team that he knows was good and he knows is a title contender. All right. So it's a complete different story. It's not like Kyrie, because Kyrie went to a team that's a playoff contender. I mean, Mavericks were never, the Dallas Mavericks, excuse me. The Dallas Mavericks were never title contenders. All right. And with Kyrie, they just became like playoff contenders and a team that you could take serious a little more. Okay. So it's going to be very interesting. I got Phoenix Suns winning this series, like I said. But if Kevin Durant is not the number one option on his team, they will lose this series. If Kevin Durant is playing Let Me Ride the Bus to Devin Booker, and Devin Booker is doing all these 30-point games, and Kevin Durant is just going along for the ride, they will lose this series because Jamal Murray will match on a guard end Devin Booker's output. He could put up 30 a game too now. Okay? So they're going to either cancel each other out or barely beat each other. I think it's going to be like 50-50 with these guys. One game, one guy be better, vice versa. So they're going to need to rely on somebody else to be the man, so to speak. And that's when you come in, Kevin Durant. You have to be that man to take the Phoenix Suns to the next level. The Joker, you got to be that man to take the Denver Nuggets to the next level because your sidekicks, okay, your Avengers, all right, Your Jackson 5 members, they're gonna have their hands full because they getting canceled out by some of the other players. It's gonna come down to who got the biggest cojones to close games out. It's gonna be very interesting. Sports out. This is the way. Peace.